What is up, guys? What is up, guys? What is up, guys? What is up, guys? It's Pup T from Life, Liberty, and the Homestead. And on today's video, we're going to talk about what it takes to become a homesteader. So let's get it started, baby. Woo! Alright. So, what does it take to become a homesteader? First, I suppose we need to talk about what is a homesteader. So if you look up what is a homesteader, the definition of a homesteader, essentially it states somebody who's self-sufficient, right? So growing your own crops, having your own meat, producing your own milk, yogurt, cheese, you name it. That's what I guess you can call self-sufficient. So also there is a term, modern homesteader. What's a modern homesteader? The definition is essentially the same, somebody who's self-sufficient, but the movement is kind of based off of growing heirloom vegetables and stuff like that, and then having heritage breed as far as with your livestock. There's also a farmsteader. A farmsteader is somebody who's self-sufficient but also turns a profit on their homestead. And then you have off-grid homesteads or off-grid homesteaders, and those are essentially people who have come off of the grid of their city, their county, or whatever. Usually it's power and water based to be off-grid, but I mean, and with each of those definitions, I think how you categorize yourself is all solely based on you. So, what does it take to become a homesteader? What does it take to be a homesteader? That is a question asked by millions and millions of people across the world. What do you need? What tools do you need? How much land do you need? How old do you have to be? When can you identify as a homestead? All these questions I'm going to try to answer today for you. How to become a homestead? It's all about your drive. It's all about a plan, a very, very fluid plan. Because I will tell you, there's a difference between what your plan is and what reality will be. I need 40 acres, I need 6 cows, I need 8 goats, I need 12 chickens, I need 16 turkeys, whatever number group type thing you think you may need or want, it'll change. Guaranteed it will change. Financially, you may not be able to afford 40 acres. You might have to go to 4 acres. That might be more in your price range on something that you're going to purchase. The amount of animals and the types of animals, again, that can be determined by the amount of money that it'll cost you, how much land that you have to put these animals on, the livestock. So having a fluid plan in the beginning is first the best. You gotta be real fluid, and you gotta be okay with failure, because in homesteading you're gonna fail and you're gonna fail and you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna get that one thing that works, and oh, you are gonna be so ecstatic. It's unbelievable. Let me tell you, the first cucumber we took out of that garden, it was almost like 2016 and the Cubs won the World Series again, baby. Let me tell you, I inside was super excited. But I also look at the garden right now, and I'm like, man, I failed this garden. The garden didn't fail me. I failed the garden. I didn't properly prepare it. I didn't this. I didn't that. But it's still producing for us, just not at the level that I had planned on it. It's not that it's not producing again, like I said, but I wish I would have done more or known more to make it to where it looks beautiful and I can go out there and I just pick hundreds of tomatoes and hundreds of peas, beans and corn and all this stuff. maybe next year. It's okay that it's not where I had hoped it would be. That's okay. I'm all right with that. I will get it to one day be where I would like it to be. Is that going to be next year? I mean, I hope so. But the reality is I won't know until next year. Again, it's the plan versus the actual reality of what happens, and that's the thing with homesteading. You know, you're going to think of it as this great and wonderful thing, and then you're going to start seeing all this money you got to spend, and fences you got to build, and equipment you need. Where your chickens are laying eggs. And it can get overwhelming, but you'll start chipping away at certain things. You're like, okay, I need this type of fencing. I need this many feet. Okay, drop that, right? Like, the best way to contain my chickens is this way, the best way to get water to all my animals is this way. And then you get to where it's at a level that you can contain that it works for you. So, tools that it takes to be a homesteader. Again, that's all based off of what you need, the circumstances that you're in as well. Like, we waited a year before we got a tractor, and could we have used the tractor the first year? Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, financially, it was better for us to wait a year and then go ahead and get the tractor. And then with getting the tractor, then it makes some tasks in and around the homestead easier. Like, I used to carry the 50 pound bags of feed from the Connex all the way to the pole barn, offload it, stuff like that. Now I can grab the tractor, load it into the bucket of the tractor, and then drive it to the pole barn, offload it. So the tractor has become a tool that we utilize, but it's not necessarily something we had to have. Same with the garden. You can get away with growing your garden with a hoe, a rake, a shovel, and a sprinkler. You don't need a tiller and all these other tools. Now, they're great. Don't get me wrong. Like, absolutely, if you have the means and the ability to have something to help you out, I would take full advantage of it. There's no reason to, break your back doing something if there's a way that you can do it that's more efficient. Let's tackle land. On a homestead, you can have your very own homestead in your backyard. There's no set guideline on, well, you have to have 4 acres, to be part of the homestead crew. Now, if you want a homestead and you live in urban area or suburban America, and you have a 1/4 acre, half acre, maybe even an acre of land, you want to homestead on it, and you want to be a homesteader, do it. You don't need 35 acres of land to consider yourself a homesteader. Is it nice to have more land? I don't know. It just depends on how you plan on utilizing it and all the work that comes along with having more land. The term is bigger is better. I would say on a homestead, that's not the case. It's your homestead. It's going to differ, but let's talk about a garden where you want to have vegetables. You may grow some fruits in the garden, fruit trees. You may grow particular trees like a pecan tree. And then you have your animals. So you have meat producing animals, you have dairy producing animals, and then you might have, animals on your land that you harvest to eat as well. Like, wildlife, deer, turkey. Some people eat raccoon, some people probably eat possum. If you have a pond on your homestead, you might, have fish in there. You don't have to have pigs and turkeys and cows to be a homestead. That's just additional things that you can put on your homestead. So, how old do you got to be a homesteader? Is 25 a good age? What about 45? 65? 85? Again, it's all on you. When do you want to start homesteading? When would you like to be a homesteader? Are you somebody that's planning to be a homesteader? Trying to figure out what the steps are to being a homesteader? Again, even if you live in an apartment, if you can get a, a little pot and put a tomato plant out on there and put it on your little back deck or on your little front step in front of the apartment, you know, you were essentially a homesteader, because you're trying to be self sufficient. You're seeing what you can do and what you can grow. And maybe you're saving money to purchase some land, you know, trying to figure out what's the right, amount of acres that you need for your homestead. You know, for me, it's not about having it all. It's about what you want. What little piece of that pie do you want? What do you want to be good at? What do you want to be even known for? That you have the best sweet corn in this county, or this person's got the best pork in this county, or whatever it is. So that's what you're going to focus on. And that's amazing. You know, I mean, really, if you want to become a homesteader, just get out there and plant a seed. Whatever that seed is, plant it. Let it grow, and from there, build. That's going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had fun making it. I hope you kind of liked the different scenery that I provided. I thought it'd be kind of neat, a little more cinematic for you. If you would, one last time, hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Give me some wild comments. Y'all are crazy. I love you. We love you. And we'll see you on the next video. Let's go, baby. Woo!